Let me show you ideas and stuff that you can write when you feel unmotivated. So for this, just get a piece of paper and a pen, and that's all you need for this. And then I'm going to show you the steps and how this is going to work. I got folders so it's a little easier to write. So the first thing that you're going to write is you're going to want to write down 3 fast habits that you can start when you're procrastinating. So I'm going to give you 3 simple ones that you can start. So the 3 habits. The first habit is do 10 push-ups, 10 jumping jacks, or 10 sit-ups. So pick one of the 3. So for this, I'm going to say 10 push-ups. The second habit that you can quickly do while you're procrastinating is you read 2 pages of a book. So that way it's not too much to read, but also it's not too little, so you don't feel like you didn't do anything. So 2 pages is the sweet spot. So read 2 pages. And then the third quick habit they can do to start fast is you go on social media and you leave one helpful comment about a post. Because anyone can comment, it's free to do, and it's fast. And if you want to help others, that's a great way to do it, especially on self-improvement accounts. Make a good comment about that video. Maybe you can summarize it. Maybe you can say the most important thing you learned and how it worked for you, stuff like that. Those are the 3 habits that you can do to start fast when you're procrastinating. So the idea with this strategy is to start fast and then let momentum carry you. So the second thing that you can write, and this will be throughout the day, is daily progress track. So what this is, you want to write down and track your daily progress throughout the day. So all the habits that you did throughout the day, you write it down. So if you read 40 pages, you write that. If you made 2 social media videos, you write that. If you made 36 comments across all social media platforms, you would write that. So with this, you write down your progress throughout the day, and you can use that as motivation and momentum to do more. Number 3 is start of the month versus the end of the month, and you see what you actually accomplished and what you did. So let's say for this, let's say June 1st to the last day of the month. I think it's June 30th. You need to double check that to make sure it's right. 2026, right? So the first of the month versus the end of the month. So at the first of the month, you write down your total progress that you have. So for this, maybe it's the assets that you're building. So if you're doing social media videos, maybe you write down the total videos that you have. So maybe 100 videos. If you have your own blog, you can write the articles you have. So let's say 9. You can write down your number of social media followers. If you're trying to improve your health, maybe you can write down your weight. So just write down different health and money stats for your life at the first of each month. And then at the end of each month, you're going to write down your new numbers and how much you actually did. So let's say at the start of the month, if you have 100 videos, maybe at the end of the month, if you're consistent, you might have 130 videos. If you write, let's say, 1 new blog post every 3 days, maybe instead of 9, now you have 19 blog posts. If, let's say, at the start of the month, you weighed 125 pounds, and you're like me, you're trying to gain healthy weight, maybe at the end of the month, you, let's say, 130 or 128 or something. So the start of each month and the end of each month, you write your numbers down. And that can also help motivate you because you know how much you're doing long term instead of just daily. So now you're seeing your daily progress and your long term progress. And seeing your progress is like a video game. You're seeing yourself level up. And that's how you motivate yourself to keep wanting to do more and keep improving every single day. Now, the next thing is we talked about focusing on your progress, but you also don't want to just focus on what you can get. You also want to focus on what you already have. So, number 4 is write down 3 things that you are grateful for. And it can be very simple things, but very important things. So let's say for me, one thing I'm grateful for is that I can walk. Because not everybody can. So you need to learn to be more grateful for the little things. Because those little things are big things to other people. Let's say another thing that I'm grateful for is my ability to think. Because since I can think, I can also use that to help other people. So number two is think. And the third thing that I'm grateful for is actually social media because I can learn a lot of stuff. I can use it to help a lot of people. I can use it to chase my dreams. So social media. So on your pen and paper, write down three things that you are grateful for. And then what you could also do as a bonus is every day you can read it out loud. Even just reading it out loud one time helps. So that way you focus on achieving success, but also being grateful for what you already have. Number five is about consistency. So imagine this. Let's say a year is 365 days, and let's say you do a habit every single day. You're consistent, you're constantly improving and doing your best. So, whatever you do daily, if you do it every single day for just 1 year, its effect is 365 times. So, for example, let's say you read just one extra page a day. So, like this is two extra pages a day. What if you read just one extra page a day? That's an extra 365 pages you would read in 1 year. So if you look at how much books that is, that's like 1 to 2 books you read in just 1 year. And that's just from one extra page a day. So small improvements and small habits really add up if you do it consistently. So with this, start off by just writing some habits and write what happened if you do those habits every single day for a year. Now, not every habit you would do every single day, but the habits that you do every single day, you write it down. So if you do one daily social media post, how much views can that give you in 365 days? 365 videos. If you do one extra networking comment a day, how much can that give you? How much extra reach can that give you for your brand in 1 year? So you write that down. And especially for money and business habits, this is especially helpful for. It's because you use actual numbers. And it's a lot easier to be consistent. So those are the five things. So whenever you feel unmotivated and you can't seem to start your habits and start your to-do list, start off by doing one of those five things. So pick the one that you think will help you the most and get started with that today when you feel unmotivated. Leave in the comments below which one of the five is most helpful for you. I want to get your feedback on this. So this is what it will look like. So you'd start off by writing the 3 habits, like 10 push-ups, read 2 pages, one helpful comment on social media, and then you would track your daily habit progress. And then at the first day and last day of each month, you would write what you created. So like videos, blog posts, maybe your health numbers. And then you're going to write 3 things that you're grateful for. Like for me, it's I can walk, I can think, and I have social media. And then we talked about consistency. Whatever you do daily, its effect is multiplied by 365. So one page a day is extra 1 to 2 books a year on average. Imagine what you can do with your other habits. So that's what it'll look like. So give it a try. Which one do you think would be most helpful for you right now?